Welcome back to the Top 5 podcast. Today, I am your host, Aaron. With me, I have the usual Khari, Granville, DJ, Keys. How we feeling today?
Can't see me. We feeling great.
I'm feeling pretty good. Tired.
Chilling, bro.
Feel
Tired?
well.
Yeah.
Feel well.
Well, we have survived most of 2021. We have
Yes.
made it to the fall. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Yes, stick with us. You might find a gem. Now, what comes with fall? North Face jackets, leggings, pumpkin spice lattes,
Culture.
but more importantly, that fall holiday season soul food. Chicken, turkey, ham. The deals are ever so present in the fall, aren't they? But today, we're talking about sides. So,
Yes.
if one has to go out of greens, candied yams, and mac and cheese, what are y'all taking? Or I guess, what are y'all getting rid of?
I think we're all in agreement that mac and cheese stays. Right, fellas?
So,
That is
so
crazy.
hold on.
Whoa.
Wait. We have. Hold on. Hold on.
Don't be disrespectful.
Man, we are 30 seconds in.
Hang on. We have what again? Candy yams, mac and cheese, and what else?
We have greens,
Greens.
candied yams, and mac and cheese. Don't be
Mac and-
disrespectful.
Mac and cheese stays.
Okay.
Whew. Sheesh.
Woo!
No,
It sounded like you was about to be disrespectful.
I was about to unfollow you on everything I follow you. Now the right that like for soul food for me, it has to touch my soul. I don't want to just go outside and pick it off the ground. You know what I mean?
Get
You know
off
what I'm
the
saying?
ground.
Put a little bit of pieces of ham in it. You know what I mean? Just to make it taste a little better, little ham hocks. So I choose yams. It's just fluffy. When it touches the mac and cheese, it gets the sweet and salty going. You know what I'm saying? Get the brown sugar with the marshmallows on it. Oh,
Oh, dear, Jimmy. I didn't know.
Could have sworn it was him. Chin up, mister. Let Ed try those.
oh.
Marshmallows.
Shout out to Boston Market.
Shout out to Boston Market. They got some wild sweet potatoes.
So
I never had
So
it.
you're getting rid of greens.
Greens is out of here, bro. I'm okay. I can get my if I'm gonna eat a vegetable, it gotta be healthy and it gotta be green. It's gonna be broccoli somewhere else.
Bro, greens is the same thing. Like when you eat that with mac and cheese, that combination right there.
Come on, bro. I see this. I have to be a little bit like play devil's advocate here. Greens is oily spinach. Like that's all it is, really. Like we hype it up. It's okay, but you gotta keep the yams. You gotta keep the
Greens is it's warm salad.
Yes.
Y'all don't mess with greens when you put the nice spices and everything in
Listen,
it.
Hey, look at that
All
Granville.
right.
Hold on.
Look, I need to step in. Y'all. Look. Okay.
I say
First of
all.
all,
I
a
say
good
all
plate-
of that.
A good plate of soul food with some well-seasoned greens, man. It sets off any dish. Look, in order of what I eat most to least, I rarely have candy yams. I love candy yams, like Khari said, with the brown sugar and the marshmallows, but like that's an exquisite dessert to me. Like I rarely get that. So most of the time I get greens with the mac and cheese. So like that's what I'm used to. So I had to cut off the yams based on what I eat the most to the least of.
First of all, he's not from America, so we
So
can't
so
count.
y'all.
I'm
y'all
from
really be
America.
y'all really be putting marshmallows in y'all's candy yams?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if
You
you go to
don't?
Boston Market,
I've never ever done that.
See, you
Y'all
can't
got-
even vote right now.
if you
What are you
got
talking
Boston
about?
Market, I don't
Bro,
know how you should
I still
definitely try
eat
to.
plenty of candy yams. It's just
Right. The marshmallows and the brown sugar sets it off. Just
It is really good. Yo.
First of all, can you just let me champion mac and cheese
yes.
as
Good.
a connoisseur
Let 'em
of
preach, brother.
the
Go ahead.
the versatile,
Mm.
the art in the hands of a grandmother,
Yes,
the ooey gooey texture just right. It almost
Ooh-wee.
massages you as it goes down.
you will. Ooh-wee.
See, whenever you're at a family gathering
Mm-hmm.
and that one family member is acting up that always causes problems,
Mm.
there is only but one side
Only one
that can
But
bring the
one?
family back together.
Man, put the
That's
organ
the mac
from
and
the
cheese.
church in the background. But what?
And that is a well-crafted mac and cheese.
Not by Kraft.
Now let me
Shout out Kraft.
Now let me
Not
set
that
up y'all plate.
Yeah,
Let me
like
set
the
up y'all plate
Kraft
because
mac and cheese.
Keith is
Not at the
disrespectful because
gathering.
he's gonna take off the yams. Let me set up y'all plate. I got the chicken, the mac and cheese, the yams, hot salad, and then whenever you get the greens, it's a little watery. So it's
Yams
like
are disgusting.
Listen.
They're very sloppy spuds. Nobody really wants those on their Thanksgiving or
Spuds?
Sloppy
But
spuds.
first of all, we don't celebrate. I know what you mean.
they're spuddy. They're orange,
Spuddy.
sloppy, spuddy. That's just nasty food.
Listen, when the watery greens run into your chicken and make your chicken soggy, listen, I just like my stuff proportioned nicely. You know what I'm saying?
And your greens
I
don't
mean,
have to be watery either.
when you scoop them out the pot, they always got water. If you got some
You
dry
can
greens,
drain
you got a
them with
problem.
a ladle.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
have
have
like
to
a drainer spoon or
You
something like
can
that.
drain them.
They still wet.
Listen, man, I'm going.
They're moist.
I like candy yams, but they're out of here for me.
Yams
That's-
are disgusting. Yams are gone.
Yeah.
They're not.
Alright,
I
man.
think they're
I
disgusting,
like
but-
yams. I just don't eat them as much. So like, I'm gonna just say I get rid of yams.
If you would have said like, if you would have maybe gave me cornbread and yams, I might have maybe kept yams. But you got
You don't mess with the
chicken,
cornbread neither.
What?
Bro, what do you
Mm.
eat?
croissants, biscuits. I don't.
Croissants and biscuits?
Croissants.
You made
What
me
do
try
you-
my croissant.
Man,
I'm
Cornbread
gonna
is
get a
just not
chicken
it.
biscuit.
Where you live at?
Opinion, I know I'm black. Cornbread is just not the move. for
man,
me.
you ain't really from the hood.
Cornbread is not it for me. And
like hot sauce?
what's crazy is that cornbread and greens like they go together. So it's like, but me personally, I would rather have something else.
Man.
Cornbread is just not it.
You're gonna have a croissant.
You're not allowed to rap
Cornbread.
no more.
I'd rather have
All
a
right,
croissant
all right,
over.
you rather have a
almost any
croissant?
You're
bread.
not allowed to rap.
Listen, now
Croissants are fire.
this brings up another debate real quick. Sad topic. Would you rather have a Hawaiian roll or
Yes.
cornbread?
Hawaiian roll all day, every day, all day, every day.
That's deep. These are staples in the black community.
Hawaiian roll is
Bro.
way better than cornbread.
Bro,
It de-
good
I mean-
made cornbread with
Yes.
butter on it, bro.
If you
Man,
suck a Hawaiian roll,
let me
in
tell
some
you.
Look, Hawaiian roll is
There-
bomb
there
by
is- there
itself,
is
but
no
compared
contender.
compared to a good cornbread, I don't know. Hawaiian roll not taking it, man.
My mother-in-law made cornbread with brown sugar in it, and it was the most fire thing I've ever had the most fire cornbread I've ever had in my
Don't
life.
get me wrong, I'm not saying cornbread is bad. I'm just
Shout out to
saying
Mr.
there's
That's literally what you said.
No, there's many more breads over cornbread. Is what I'm saying.
Name us the breads, Keith. I want to
I
hear.
would rather have a
Wheat?
Hawaiian roll, a croissant, a biscuit. Like I would have rather have
Biscuit.
that stuff.
You rather have a Popeyes biscuit than cornbread?
not a Popeyes biscuit,
I'm
but
about
like
to say,
a,
this man
So
trying to
I mean, what
commit.
you telling me? Wait, hold up, man. What you telling me here is you'd rather have, instead of like sweet cornbread, you rather have regular forms of bread.
well, croissant's not a regular form of bread.
It's made, it's shaped different, but it's basically bread.
It's made from different types of ingredient. It's flakier, it's
Yo.
buttery. Like
Yeah,
But
I-
it's still like bread. It's a croissant.
Would you
I'm
rather
cool
have
on
unleavened
cornbread, bro. I'll eat some cornbread, but if you're asking me what I would rather have, I'm not taking cornbread. I'm sorry.
This subject has taken
Wow.
a left.
The Hawaiian
Like,
sweet
I'm
roll,
just-
you know.
Do you like hot
you-
sauce?
Yeah, of course.
bro, you know what I used to hate real quick is going to the ghetto barbecue rib place, and they'll give you like barbecue ribs, some coleslaw, and just a slice of bread.
A regular
Oh,
bread.
why did they
yeah.
give me? Why you just give me
Yeah.
a regular slice of bread?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Hold on, listen. That white bread do be hitting though. On the
You
bottom.
gotta get the sauce on the
in
ribs.
You know
on
you're
the
not.
Man,
You know
I
you're
got
not
at the
supposed to
crib.
eat that bread, right? That's not.
Why
meant to-
not?
That bread's not meant to be eaten. That bread is always in the bottom of fried chicken.
To soak up the
soak up
grease.
the grease from the
Greasy bread. I'm eating that. Joint.
That's not supposed to be
yeah.
eaten.
So
that bread, that bread they
threw it
gave me
out?
had no grease on it. That was dry bread.
Listen, man. You want to know how the Hawaiian sweet roll really hits, man? You gotta make that with a sandwich. yo.
A croissant is not soul food. Where'd you even get a croissant from?
Yeah, I'm about to say like
It's a bread.
A croissant.
It's a bread.
Croissant. Croissant.
But like you like
Baguette.
so on a regular, you just eating croissants.
I eat croissants often.
Croissant.
That's
No, croissant.
crazy to me.
Croissant do be hitting on a breakfast sandwich like with some bacon.
Croissants is
But we're not
the
talking
best
about breakfast.
bread.
I know we're
Exactly.
not. I'm just saying, like, that's
Yeah.
the only time I've eaten a croissant.
Y'all don't have
Like breakfast.
you don't have a Raisin Cane's, do y'all?
No, they
We
don't.
had that-
Raisin Cane's is fire though.
They don't.
You've
We
had
don't.
that bread, right?
That bread is
That bread
OD. I don't know where they get that from or how they make that, but that bread is OD.
Well,
OD.
we
Man,
can
if I
all.
come to Ohio, I'll take out a Raisin Cane's.
No, I don't know.
I mean, if you're paying, I'm cool.
We got three greens. 3 yams goes, 2 greens.
I just don't understand how greens could possibly leave. I just don't get it.
So the consensus is that we're getting greens out of here, right?
No. 3 of
Not
us
at all.
said greens.
Three greens?
Three of us
said
said
yes.
greens.
Bro,
All right. Well, the host says that greens get out of here, so greens.
All right, so we go with
Anyways.
those.
No, but I'm sure we all can agree that whenever it's time, whenever we have that nice, what do you call it? Whenever they put the feast, when you have that nice soul food feast, it's always good. Now, also today, I thought it'd be a good idea. We could have try out a little new segment. Is it actually good? Now, this is whenever we have some topics that are pretty popular, pretty mainstream, that are generally liked by the public, but is it actually good? For example, the first one I have, Zack Snyder's Justice League. This was a big deal back in, what was that? Winter?
Yeah,
Was it winter?
it was like January.
It was a big deal back then when it dropped. Let's start with Khari first, because
Disrespect me if you want to. Anyway, but like, I'm just letting you know, it was probably one of the best movies I've seen all year, in my opinion.
yeah.
If you think about the movies we've seen this year, it was definitely number 1 for me. And I think it would have crushed the first time around. I don't think it needs to be 4 hours. He could have definitely cut out some slow-mo and stuff like that. But I mean, with the characters displaying all their powers and stuff like that, I think they really did justice. You know what I'm saying? Granville didn't see it because he let the audience sway him. The movie is not mid.
I just heard like for 4 hours it wasn't worth the investment.
No,
I
that's
just like
false.
like I just didn't want to sit for 4 hours to find out. I was like,
No,
You guys
that's
watched
false.
the original movie, right?
yeah, I
Yes.
saw that.
So there was hardly, I mean, there were changes, of course, but not a lot. I think the only thing that I enjoyed seeing, the only difference that I enjoyed seeing was the Flash moment.
At the end,
Yeah.
are we? I
So,
mean, we
so I
don't
gotta
care
sit
about
through all
spoilers.
4 hours just to get to that.
He's
Yeah.
lying. There's so
And
much
Superman,
change.
and Superman had a black suit at the end. Like, why?
You see more about Cyborg and his dad. You see more about
I did
Wonder Woman,
wish they fleshed that
Steppenwolf.
Yeah,
is
you get
not
all
even
the
in the movie.
You get all the Naruto filler in there.
Come on, you're capping. These people
No,
are Marvel
I actually
fans.
am going to advocate for the Zack Snyder movie. People downplay how much of a change it was from the original to the Zack Snyder one. There was a lot of change. It went from a 5 to a 8 just watching the Zack Snyder joint. Like the changes that they added, it was a good movie.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying, like, for me, it felt like there wasn't that many changes, and some changes was pointless.
The first movie was 2.5 hours. The second one was 4 hours. How could that not be big change?
Man,
you.
Stretch them out.
literally, it was stretched
It was
out.
not
Exactly.
stretched.
It's the same scene.
This is a very
It wasn't.
polarizing
Scenes
set
slow
of
down.
reviews
That's it. That is all that happened.
Come on,
Stop
man. When Flash
Stop
came,
it. And then Superman came out with a black suit for no reason.
The black suit
What's the
change
no
was
reason?
why did that? I don't understand like what difference that made. But the Flash one was amazing.
Superman just came back from being dead. The solar suit is how he gets extra power when half the world was dark at the time. So Superman gets his power from the sun. That's why he had it.
So the
That's
suit
amazing,
holds
dog. It's
solar
okay.
power in it.
No, but I do like
Huh?
the movie. Though.
Like
I
so
think
the
people-
suit
I mean-
holds like solar energy in the suit.
Never heard of that?
It makes it,
Oh.
yeah. In the comic books, It
Yes,
does make
it
sense,
is.
but they just didn't make that clear in the
Yeah,
movie.
like
Why do they need to? We should know that.
I don't know about
I mean, a
that.
movie.
Listen.
No, I mean, a
listen,
movie should be able to
listen,
stand on its own.
No.
Yes.
No. This
yes.
is where y'all Marvel
You shouldn't have to
fans-
read the manual to enjoy a movie.
This is where
He
y'all
has a
Marvel
point.
fans. This is
He
where
has a
y'all
point.
Marvel fans differ from DC. We've seen Uncle Ben die
Like both.
72 times. I don't need to see
Bruce's
how Peter
parents.
Parker gets. Huh?
Bruce's parents.
That's fine. Bruce parents died so many times too. We don't need to see it. That's why they
I
didn't show
think
you
we've
it.
seen Uncle Ben die once.
So you don't think the movie was stretched out?
What?
Oh, hold on. I'll let y'all
Uncle
keep
Ben dies
going.
in
Where have
every
you been for
Spider-Man
the
movie.
last decade? That man died like 8 times.
Uncle
Yes.
Ben, he died in the Tobey Maguire movie.
He died in the other Spider-Man too, the Amazing Spider-Man. And Peter
died.
in it. Yes,
he did die in Amazing Spider-Man.
He
Did he?
did die.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
twice.
that's-
Come on, man. Every time they started
we
Even
saw-
in the ones where he didn't actually die in, they
Uncle
alluded
Ben,
to him
my
dying.
Uncle Ben. Like,
they could
come on
allude to
now.
him
Well, they
dying.
gotta- well,
That's
they
a
have
part
to.
of the story.
They have to at least allude to it.
Oh, so they have to allude to it.
Yeah, they gotta allude to
No,
it.
they don't. We know we know Peter don't got his Uncle Ben. We know where great power and great responsibility
We've
comes
seen
from.
that
I
man
mean,
died
like,
twice.
look. I think we can
Come on,
simplify this, man. We just don't need to see the entire origin story,
Listen,
but it can
as a
still
comic
stand on
book
its
fan-
own.
Exactly. As a comic book fan, you should know going in what this character is about. I don't care about the people that don't know. That's
Well,
your fault.
my
You
last
know,
thing-
why he's wearing black.
You don't
Look it
think-
up.
You don't think it was a little stretched out whenever they had the scene with Aquaman and the girl choir being like, oh,
That was weak. That's the
And then
only part I did
They,
not
they,
like
they
at all.
smelt his shirt like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were like his
They
like
doing
harlots.
Sannlega fríður var hann, allt sem prýða má einn mann, mest af blíðum bar hann.
I'm definitely putting that clip up. That's going up.
It was weird.
I mean, I guess you're
But
right.
he's hating because he won't put all the rest of the clips up.
I guess you're right. Like as fans, we should know these things, but it's like
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't wanna know-
even when it happened, right? It was like normally like when something like that happens for the fans, it's like they show it and it's like da da da, and then it's like, oh snap, he's wearing this or he's doing this. He just literally flew into the fight and was fighting in a black suit.
he's getting busy.
No, there was no moment like, oh, it's the
There's-
black
there-
suit Superman. This is like, oh, he's in the black suit and the movie is still going.
What does
Wow.
it need to be that for?
And
Why does he
Well,
have to
wait,
have a
what-
da-da-da moment?
We're pretty split
It's
down the middle with
great.
this. I thought it was okay, but like DJ said, there was a lot of.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Keys and Car, I think it's
Granville
good.
didn't watch the movie.
My only,
Yeah,
my
I'm
only
neutral.
knock
Granville
to
will
it-
probably never watch it. I don't know how.
I'm a
If I
force
get a
never
real
watch it.
reward,
Literally, my only knock
When are we
to
ever
the
gonna have
movie.
4 hours to?
yeah,
Literally,
4 hours to
that's
kill.
like my only knock to it. The fact that they put a movie out already and it didn't do what it was supposed to do, and they had to
Then
drop
all the
four-
this other scenes when they were going from the other timeline back and forth with Deathstroke and all that, like yeah, that's just little changes.
Okay, about
I mean, it was.
No, no.
It
I
was
just don't
fan
think
service.
it should take 4 hours to make a
Deathstroke
movie
in there?
good.
Yes,
I mean
It
that
still
that
wasn't
Superman
hard?
that Superman fight
he
scene still good.
was, and that's the thing.
Well, let's go on to the
To
next
them.
one.
They had the Green Lanterns getting sniped, man.
Now this one is near and dear to my heart.
No, it's not.
This one is near and dear to my heart, and I think it's near and dear to I'd say probably all of our hearts. Really, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, we all grew up, and I think whether it be Dragon Ball Z, maybe Pokemon, that was our entry into anime for a lot of people who are into anime. But is it actually good?
Yes.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z, 100%. Yes.
Noted.
What'd you say?
Noted.
Wow, I'm actually surprised everybody said it because every time we talk about we bring up other anime, Keith especially, you're like Dragon Ball Z is so poorly written.
Well, you said Dragon Ball Z. If you would have said Dragon Ball Super, I would have ranted. But Dragon Ball Z in itself is.
Well,
Well, that's part. That all together is part of it.
Are you trying to go Keisha?
I was. You're saying all of up to
Dragon Ball
98 right now.
universe.
I'm saying, yeah, like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. It's just Dragon Ball Z is just a general kind of,
I feel like Dragon Ball Z in itself is one of the best anime ever created, and everything in its entirety. I feel like it ruined its legacy along the way, and it's continuing to do that. But it is a goated anime for sure.
ruining its legacy.
I see Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise, as the Eminem of anime.
Please proceed with what you are saying.
Let me explain. Hold up, man. Let me explain. It's been out for a very long time. And when it was first out and we all grew up listening to it, it was legendary. It's iconic. You think about it, you still go back to them iconic moments. Talk about Cell fighting Gohan, Majin Buu, destroy Frieza, going Super Saiyan for the first time, all that stuff. Frieza! But as it went on, and then we got Dragon Ball Super, just like how Eminem kept putting out music and a lot of people said his quality was declining or he was one-dimensional, but he still kept going. And it still is going to this day in the manga. I don't think Dragon Ball Super was as good as Dragon Ball Z. I think the writing is a lot worse now, but the fights are what keeps a lot of people there, to be honest. The fights aren't hard, but it's like that. It's like Eminem's not as good as he once used to be, but he's still got some crazy punchlines. Like you see, he's got a feature of freestyle out. You're gonna listen to it.
When did we ever go to Dragon Ball Z for the story?
I mean, Dragon Ball Z had a decent story and fights.
I never went to Dragon Ball Z to see the story,
and that's what I was about to say earlier too. I was about to say earlier, I still call it a great 100% good show. But I never really went to it for the story. To be fair, the story is not good.
I feel like that's grading the anime on a curve. I don't know. I don't think you can take that aspect out of it and say it's a great anime if you're taking that one of the main aspects of the anime out.
Because as we got older and we started developing our taste in other anime, we see other stuff that's out now, and then Super's still coming out. We watch Super, and this written not as good. You started wanting story. I mean, I know you don't come to Dragon Ball for a story, but how much better would it be if it had a good story?
I mean, it has story, and to Keisha's point, we're not talking about great anime. We're talking about is it a good show?
How's that different?
Because people enjoy the show, how they enjoy the show.
So an anime that doesn't have fight scenes and an anime that does have fight scenes, what's the difference? They're both anime. You're coming to them to enjoy the show. Not Dragon Ball Z, you literally have to say, "Oh, I'm coming to this because the fights are hard." That's grading the show on a curve. I don't feel like that's fair if you're gonna grade it as an entire.
I mean, the story of the saga was relatable, not relatable because we can't relate to any of that. But I'm just saying, it wasn't poorly written, but I'm saying you're not coming there looking for a story. I'm coming there to see people to get busy, power up, knockdowns. Krillin gets killed a couple times. You know what I mean? The good stuff.
I mean, with all that said, the most iconic moments that we remember from that show isn't story stuff. It's the fights.
But the story in it is what amplified those fights to be what they were. If there was literally
so the bad story still made the fights good.
You're right about the fact that the story makes some of the fights good. What I'm saying is the writing is bad. I'm not saying that the story is what I'm saying that the writing.
And here's the writing is bad, but I still feel I don't know if it's gonna make sense. I do like the plot a bit.
Say that. That's more
because how I'm trying to think with Goku as what?
Said my dog is dumb.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed the plots. Everything does have every season does have a decent plot, but there's a lot of bad writing, in it.
Mm-hmm.
But the plot is good, and then the fighting, takes everything and just makes it amazing. And that's Dragon Ball Z.
To say it. The plot definitely helps the show for sure. As far as the story and how it's written, it has a lot to be desired. But
I thought Z, specifically Z, actually had a good story.
See,
Super.
I love Dragon Ball Z, but it's
Frieza Saga was good. Sorry.
at this point, you could see the formula because it's gone through so many arcs, and I kind of want it to end at some point.
You think?
There's a couple more things I would like to see, but I think it should wrap it up at some point.
You think anime can survive without Goku?
I don't. You think what
You
Dragon Ball
mean
Z?
like if he stopped existing or if he just never existed?
Like he just stopped.
Like could
Just
Dragon
from
Ball?
now, like from
do you
now,
know-
like just no more Goku, no more
There's
Vegeta,
no more
nothing.
Goku at all. I don't think so.
Do you know how
Yes.
the time
Yes.
period between
I don't
Dragon
think
Ball Z and Super?
It's huge.
Yeah.
We were thriving.
But
We were
they-
still good.
One of the main reasons people were
Yes.
watching Dragon Ball Super.
No, y'all came out
was
with
it
Naruto and
One of the main reasons people were watching Dragon Ball Super towards the end of the last season was because Goku got strong enough to be able to fight Jiren and fight in that tournament. If there was no Goku, what's the attraction to that show at that point?
That was a legendary. That was a legendary
That
anime
fight.
moment.
And
that had
that's
me.
what-
The
where-
fight was amazing.
I
but
was
when
going over to Aaron's house. I won't drop every
Yeah,
week.
we-
Like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, he did
I-
have a
that
so
fight was
stick.
amazing. Like, if
And
there was
honestly-
no Goku to be able to do that, that show was not having
the show should have ended right there.
Yeah.
Because the
I
manga
think the arc
is making
after
it look so bad.
after this power where they had to fight Moro is garbage. But this new saga they got where it's almost like he's like the strongest. I don't know what they call Krillin, like not the strongest human, but the strongest
Earthling.
Earthling or something like that from his universe.
I
And
don't
he's like, ugh.
I don't like
Dark.
it because like
Yeah, it's
I mean spoilers to whomever's watching this, but like they're making UI look real bad right now.
Yeah, but you know what I appreciate about Dragon Ball now is, I mean, the characters, they're just so strong now. They can pretty much do whatever the heck they want to do. There is nothing. It is just when you go see like a Dragon Ball movie, it is just complete spectacle now, and I love it.
Yeah, when he was fighting, when Broly and him was
They
fighting,
just did.
he went to-
They were in a different dimension at some point.
I was
It's like, well, okay.
It was like, whoa! I was like, okay.
I like more of that type of stuff in my Dragon Ball fights. I don't like just regular punches and kicks and ki blasts and a dude gets knocked out and then powers down immediately after. Like
You know what's funny about the Dragon Ball Z? Get out my kitchen, bro! Are you serious? I'm sorry. Like, no, go lay down. Anyway, the difference between Dragon Ball Z, like they used to be just, there was a lot of like, like one of those, like those joints, like just kicking and punching. Dragon Ball Super, they're actually scrapping a little bit in there. Like there was that part where when Black first met Goku, and then like Goku is shooting these ki blasts on Black, and he's actually spinning in the air to dodge them. Then he lands, does a little, almost like a Spider-Man pose, and they're flip, and then Jiren and him are rumbling, and then like Goku picks him up by his leg, slams him on his face. Like they're actually just fighting at this point. You know what I mean?
Super does have some good fights. Like that Goku versus Kefla fight was crazy too.
Them fights is literally what keep that
But-
show.
but we don't talk about the first part of Super where the animation was garbage.
Wow,
Not garbage, garbage.
Watch
at
the
first.
movies.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movies. You can't just
It's just it's anime WWE, and
Yeah.
it's
I
still.
also feel like
And
people.
That's why it's great.
That is why it's great.
Because it's
I
good
also
at what
think
it
it
It's
does.
was
great at what it does. I think we could all agree on that. Now let me fit this last one in here for our is it really good? Cardi B.
No, not good at all. Not good at all.
I mean
Not good at all.
sure.
No.
Sure.
Sure, that don't.
Hey,
Yeah,
No.
why not? Like,
Yes.
no.
yeah.
Yes.
She's had 3 groundbreaking songs.
She has a Grammy for best album of the year.
But see,
Like,
is that her?
Yes.
Is that her? Because she has a
Pure
lot.
hype.
She has a lot of
Best
writers.
album of the year.
Pure hype.
She has a lot of writers.
Pure hype.
The album was great. It was.
Can
I
you
love
look
that
up how
album.
much that album sold?
Do you think Cardi B actually has any artistic involvement? Like, I think they just give her a beat and it's like, Here you go. Rap
I
on this.
100% feel like Bodak Yellow was Cardi B. She 100% made that.
Yeah, but really, that's Kodak Black.
Did she steal that? Did she steal that?
No, she borrowed a flow from Kodak.
She used the flow.
Bodak Yellow is 100% Cardi B, and that's what like her biggest song.
But we just said she borrowed the flow though.
But it's her song.
It's her song, but she borrowed the flow.
Yeah, people take flows all the time.
It's literally all her words and all the flows in that song.
But not the flow.
But
People take flows all the time. Why does it matter now?
But
who takes flows?
But be popular for your own flow.
Yeah, you know who's
Is Cardi B an industry plant?
I actually wasn't about to say Drake.
No.
It's like, no.
No.
Well, since Granville
The
said
answer to your question is yes.
But I said I wasn't going to.
Cardi B is definitely one.
Like,
I don't think you
flows
can,
all the time.
I don't think you can get to where you are right now in the amount of time she did and not be good. Like,
I don't know if her
not
popularity
anymore.
is about her being a good rapper though.
He's not
We live in the future, my boy. You can definitely get some flame off of nothing.
Well, you say she's not there anymore. She has 3 songs this year that's been in the top 10, and she ain't even dropped an album this year. She's up there.
She has a song in the top 10 this year.
Yes, WAP, Rumors. She had 3 songs this year. That's up there.
Rumors, is that the one with Lizzo?
Yeah.
That song.
That is garbage.
I don't like the song
You know
either,
that
but it
song
was
is
up
bad.
there.
Ain't that the one she was
Song's
crying
bad.
about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Song's bad.
Up is fire. Up is ridiculous to me. That was a banger.
I like
Up is a banger.
I just don't think Cardi B is like a skilled rapper. Granville, what you think?
Well, those are 2 different conversations. You said, is she good and is she a skilled rapper? Those are 2 different things.
And she good in general, like overall.
What is Cardi
Is she
B?
a good artist? Yes.
What is Cardi B good at? Cardi B is good at making songs. Is that what you're saying?
Cardi B is a good artist. She's good at making music. She's good at performing. She has a great projection. She raps well. She has an image. Like as an artist in total, she's a good artist. Yes.
I think
rapper, no.
I think a lot of her songs are written for her, and she just performs them.
Well, that we know that already. She does have songs that are written for her.
So it's like, what is she actually good, or they're just?
I mean, are you asking about her rap ability or just the sound of the music? I thought you
okay.
I don't think it's 2 different conversations because it's a description of what she is.
Yeah.
Are you saying like I'm asking like you saying Cardi B is it good or bad? I'm thinking you'd be like her music. I'm like, yeah, her music's pretty decent. I like a few songs. Yeah.
But out of how many songs?
I mean, I haven't listened to all of her.
Her
songs,
entire
I like what I've heard.
album is fire. That whole thing.
I think Cardi B's music is pretty enjoyable. I just don't think Cardi B herself is good. Like I don't think she's very
20% of her music.
I think she's just getting helped, which is fine. But I'm just saying, like that's why I don't think people can put her up with like Nicki Minaj or rappers.
Yeah, I think
I'll take Doja Cat over Cardi B. As far as ability,
she's a way better rapper than Cardi B for sure.
Yeah. I think Doja Cat by far, like you said she would be the woman Kendrick Lamar, which is so comical to me. You
said the K word.
I don't know if that ruffled y'all feathers, but I just thought it was funny.
I stand by that. She will be.
I don't listen to her that much to believe that she's
crazy.
The female Kendrick.
She's a female Kendrick. She's still
all her albums have been ridiculous. She's a beast.
Wow. Kendrick was a woman. He would be Doja.
Do y'all feel like she was robbed?
Do I feel like who?
Where?
Yeah, I feel like she was robbed at the Grammys.
Doja Cat?
For what category?
For best artist of the year.
Who did she lose to?
You think Justin Bieber earned it?
Oh yeah, I think
Bieber has been wild in this year.
Nah,
Justin Bieber
has been.
Aside from Peaches, what has
good songs? He's on the number 1 song right now.
Which is what?
Oh, Justin Bieber's the number 1 artist on Spotify, bro.
No, Peaches was fire too, but Hey with Killer Roy, that's what number 1 right now. Like he's been wilding this year. A huge song with Chance earlier this year. Like he's been going crazy. Yes, I don't think that was snubbed. He killed it this year.
I miss all that, I guess.
Well, we all can say at least
Drake album being out right now, he's still on the number 1 song. Like he's going crazy.
Easy now.
Well, bringing it back to Cardi B,
most of us Kanye out right now.
Most of us enjoy Cardi B's music, whether we think she's a good rapper or not. Now, does a broken heart make better music? Now, that's interesting. That's an interesting concept because I'm not necessarily opposed to the idea because, You have people like Adele, which every one of her songs is broken heart music.
Mm-hmm.
At least like the older Adele, like I don't not to be insensitive, but bigger Adele. Whenever she was brokenhearted every year,
Mega
she was
Dale.
destroying all them songs. Them was like them was songs that it don't matter what culture you're from, you're
She was
getting
in
down
her.
with them.
She was in her gut with that. Hello from. Like I was like, oh.
Ariana Grande, you got her
Yes.
with "Thank You Next."
Yes.
That was popping. Justin Timberlake, "Cry Me a River." Drake, "Jaded." That's some top tier music right there. What do you guys think?
As an artist, like if you're as an artist, like, if you're in a good place, like if everything is stimulated, you make the best music. Like your writing is better, it flows better, it feels better. I don't like when you have a heartbreak or go through a bad situation, it does trigger a different part of your brain and make you react differently when you're writing. But like, as an artist, if everything is going well and you're in a great place, writing just flows so much better. So I just don't think that's the case.
I forget where I heard this from, but I heard somewhere they were saying that artists that are in like a good relationship, that part of their life is being fulfilled by that significant other when they're in a happy relationship. I guess that desire that burns within them to succeed at their art. I mean, look what I know. This is the one example we can always go back to, but look what happened to Chance after he got happy.
Dang.
I don't understand y'all. Chance is fire, bro.
Let me dead that. Chance's best music is when he's happy. We're not gonna even do that.
Is it?
Yeah, he was extremely happy on Acid.
Give me
what happened when he got super happy?
What about when
Acid
he was
rap.
on? What about when he was on drugs?
Was he happy or was he just on drugs?
Acid rap.
He wasn't. He wasn't happy. He was on drugs.
He wasn't happy because of the drugs.
It goes back to my point where I said like emotions make better music. Drugs.
You can tell Chance was on drugs.
Are not the reason why the album was great.
Chance is in
You
there
can
like,
tell.
I don't understand the Chance thing, bro. I don't understand it.
Every time
Not
he
doing
play
it so dirty, bro.
he'd be like, go ahead and play it back. All right, that's it. That's it right there. That's a wrap. Like just that. But imagine that's how he started the song. He put lyrics in between.
You gotta wrap around it.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is like a lot of our greatest music is after drugs. Like somebody was on drugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially like with like rock and roll. Like a lot of the most popular rock and roll songs, them dudes was on all types of stuff when they made that.
That boy Drake has made some of the best music.
Drugs, depression, heartbreak. Make some of the best music you'll hear.
I'm gonna put in that clip of that new soundbite we heard from Chance. That's his happy music. Whatever.
From the Starbucks? He was like, when he did Starbucks?
What is that?
I'm gonna need that, sir. Because
did you hear Chance on the Starbucks commercial?
That was terrible.
Starbucks Chance the Rapper. Do that mean if you're feeling ready? Let's go.
Yo, he was rapping on a Starbucks commercial, and then Starbucks was like, "We're sorry," and they took it down because people were flaming him up.
Dang.
They're like, he was like, "I'm about to make a Starbucks commercial." Coffee,
Man,
latte.
I like Chance, man. I
love Chance, man. I don't understand this.
Well,
man.
Chance, get back on drugs and we can talk.
And I actually enjoyed a good bit of the songs on his latest album.
I respect it, man.
I
respect it.
Addicted Chance, a drug addict Chance.
Well, I guess in conclusion, we don't need people to be sad to make good music. Now, let me put you guys in this situation. This was something we found online. If you had a kid, had a baby, and learned after 3 years your baby was switched at birth, would you rather keep your kid or your actual would you rather keep your baby that you've had since birth, or would you want back your actual kid that actually came from your blood?
If my actual baby looks better than the current baby I have, I will 100% exchange them. I wish I could pull up like its 2K stats. Like what's this baby's overall compared to
my
the
god,
current baby's overall that I got.
wingspan.
Like, so the kid that's not my baby, I have a 3-year connection with, but the baby that's actually mine, do I even know that baby's mine?
Well,
You do now.
you found out now that they called you and said, "Sorry, Mr. Thomas, your baby was switched at birth."
It's not my kid. I'm taking the one that I've been with for 3 years. It's not my kid.
Dang, it's like that.
Yeah.
I ain't my kid no more.
Put Michael Jackson over my face. The kid is not my son.
I'm gonna go get my son.
I mean, you don't think that's a little ignorant though? What if the kid wants to know it's real dad? You just gonna be like, "Hey, you're not my son."
I mean, I get to know him, but he's not my son.
I get to know my own
but he
flesh
is,
and
but
blood.
he is your son.
But
Listen,
he is your son.
I don't know if this is an option, but like I would fight to keep them both.
3-year-olds don't even remember.
Well,
When
I mean,
you start remembering stuff.
The other kid would have
He
been.
said he's gonna keep both.
Can I
He said you don't get a child.
I mean, if
I'm gonna give y'all my
it back
perspective
to,
on it.
Now,
This is my perspective on it.
Yeah.
Let me like all this. Stay on that, but let me like alter so you can like understand my thinking.
No.
Say that you okay. Let's like switch it a little bit.
Don't say no like 8 times. You still.
You're 16 years old, right?
No.
Say that you get.
Where are we at now?
Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
You're gonna see it. So
Here, here's the
you're
baton.
16 years old, right? Your mom marries a different person, right? You get a stepdad, and you bonded with this stepdad for 3 years.
Grab me that baton back. I don't know.
You don't know your real dad. Listen.
on,
You don't know your real dad, but you get a stepdad and you bond with this stepdad for 3 years. One day your real dad comes in and be like, "Hey, I'm actually your father." Do you care, or are you gonna stay with your stepdad?
I'm 16.
Yeah, 16 is different than 3 though. 3 like is not
Of any age. Do
Get
you
this,
care?
get this dude out of here.
at 3 years. At 3 years old, you don't know what the.
You've known your stepdad all this
This
time.
dude
You've
out.
never seen your actual dad. Your actual dad comes out of nowhere like, "Hey, I'm actually your father."
Hey,
What are you gonna
Okay,
do?
the question is not as the kid's perspective. It's your perspective. You would rather keep you don't want to have your actual blood son no more. You just want the
Who's
kid.
who's only 3 years old,
Hey, bro.
barely walking.
I'll help in his life, but it's fun. Like I have to build that rapport with him. Like I have a rapport. This is my
It's your
the one
sir.
I've
It's
been
your
with 3
son.
years. This is the one I recognize as my son. The one that
I
comes
mean-
back that I never known 3 years later. I don't know
I
this
mean,
kid.
this-
Like,
The one that's
But
not
it's his fault.
actually your
this
son.
is
is
some
your
black
son.
boy.
I
I don't
mean,
know
this
kid.
is a question where there's
Oh.
no wrong answers, but you making this sound like a wrong answer. Look, I'm gonna just say, look, as a 3-year-old, like Khari
Can I have
said,
both?
you
Man,
don't
no.
remember.
Wait,
remember-
so the kid that's been mine for 3 years. I gotta kick him to the curb.
You gotta give him back to the other family.
Get back to his family.
Let Papa G speak. Go ahead, Papa G.
Senior G.
Look,
Whoa, I didn't say
like, as
senior.
Uppercase G.
as a 3-year-old, you don't remember what do you remember from when you was up to 3 years old, man? You don't remember nothing. It's not going to affect the kid dramatically so much as it might affect your attachment. You might feel a little bit shocked, like this really ain't my child. Wow, that's crazy. And then you see your actual, like you gotta bond and connect with it, but like when you know it's your own blood,
With it?
I feel like
3-year-olds know
because it could be a
fathers.
male, it could be a boy or a girl. So I'm just saying it.
3-year-olds know who their dads are.
How do you know? Do you remember?
Huh?
Do you
I
remember
barely
when you were
remember
3?
any. I barely remember anything when I was 3.
To Keith's point, like you don't remember it, but like if you are at that age, you're going to have an imprint on the person that has raised you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be screaming, crying, being handed to me, your actual father. You know,
And if some random dude comes to try to hug you, you're gonna be like, "You're not my dad." Like kid, 3-year-olds, y'all are underestimating how much 3-year-olds know.
But
3-year-olds know their dads.
I'm gonna untrain the baby.
It-
I'm gonna untrain the 3-year-old before I give him back. But yeah,
I-
for yourself.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Is it a white baby?
you obviously don't.
Don't
It's not
even say that.
yours.
Just act like he is.
All right, look, man. So
Just act like he is.
what I'm saying is,
Is the baby
I
white?
think it'll be rough at first, but I would take my own actual flesh and blood back. Like I would probably like try to still be in the other kid's life for a while as their biological parent is getting reacquainted with that child. Then over time, like focus more on my own child. Like you got to build this back up with your own kid now, because this is what you originally were gonna do from the start. Like if they were swapped and you knew that day, you wouldn't take that kid. It's only because you grew an attachment to it. So, like, why would you not want to be attached to your own actual child? You know. But like, if you still feel a way about this other kid, you can still work out something with their parents to still be involved in their life in some way as they get older. But I still want my own kid.
Not about wanting my son back. The reality of it.
If I take my son back and the son I raised for 3 years of his life become like an NBA star, I'm gonna need some money though. I'm gonna need something.
Gee, to that point, it's not about you not wanting to be attached to the kid that's actually yours. It's just what the reality of the situation turned out to be. I didn't want this to happen, but the one that I've literally been bonded to this kid for 3 years. Like I didn't even know that this wasn't mine.
But you still have the rest of your life to get bonded with your real son.
Yeah, like I'm not saying like so. My words before were just to be funny. I'm not gonna just. I'm always have. If it's actually my kid, I want to know who my kid. I want to be in my kid's life. I'm not gonna kick him to the curb, but I'm not gonna abandon the kid that I've grown and groomed for 3 years and come attached to.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was trying to say. Is like you can still like be in the other kid's life when they get back with their biological parents.
Yeah. I think after 3 years of having somebody else's, I think 3 years after having.
I said, what if Trey Rags was really your son? And like y'all just
come on.
Hey, you didn't want him to be you wouldn't want to go take care of him.
Trey Rags is come on, guys.
I mean, I think
y'all look so alike right now.
I feel like you
put your fist up. Just put your fist up real slow, because
he looks just like him. That is really murdering me. No, but like what I was gonna say though.
That's the thumbnail, G.
What I was gonna say though, like I feel like you and the other family are kind of like connected.
We just gonna replace Keith's square with Trey Rags.
Let
DJ speak, man. Let DJ talk.
It's like y'all just keep going off.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said you and the other family are connected now. They're going to want to, just like you, want to still be, connected to that kid that you raised for 3 years. So, I mean, and actually it's going to benefit you because, like I said, they're going to have that imprint on their, their parent that raised them for that time. They're going to kind of need to be there to help smoothen things over. You're going to need to be there to help smoothen things over for each other.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like essentially, if that is the case, you have adopted another kid and another family has adopted your kid. And you don't know what type of person or kid has now been raised to be. And you have a connection with the 3-year-old that you raised. Yeah.
So I can keep both. I can be in both of their lives.
I mean, maybe.
So then I would just choose to be in both of their lives. I don't what's the why do I have to be one of them?
You'll never have possession of your son, of your actual son.
Yeah, you'd be the weird.
I mean, you could, you might be able to call him every couple months or maybe send a letter.
Hey boy, how you doing?
If he grows up to be a star, like if he grows up to take your rapping ability and becomes the next Young Thug. Why did I pick that one?
He said he's at his back.
No. Lil Baby.
I feel like we gotta ask this to
you would be like
Trinidad James.
Social media. We're gonna post this on the gram. I'm gonna get y'all's opinions on it because I need to figure out. I don't think I'm crazy for that. I think
I need my son.
Yeah, I mean they can keep my son, but I need my son to know that I'm the real father, just in case he pops off.
But then now you're weird to him though.
Nah. Well, he doesn't need to know that. You guys know, but
am I mean because I want to do something to the other baby because it's not mine? Like I just keep thinking of like ways I can say it without
you just go give him a spanking just because he's not your baby.
I'll just start doing.
You're not my son.
I'm just start doing wrestling moves on him before I give him that.
He's just gonna start suplexing him, but like
you gonna give him back with a big knot in his head.
I'm like he was built like that.
Oh, those Lunchables.
That was definitely archaic.
He's gonna be mad every time you come home.
What did Keith say? Please rewind what Keith said.
Oh, those Lunchables.
Something about a moose.
What did you say?
Hey, that's a new quote. Y'all can leave me alone for a couple of days now. A couple pies. That's a new quote. What about the moose? Whatever he said.
Whatever he said.
Yeah, he did the Crash Bandicoot. Whoop the go.
Every time a kid,
Right.
every time the kid wants a new toy, you're not my real son.
I want to put him in the ankle lock so bad. Before
I'm
I
a
get
kid. You're
back.
not my real son. Is murdering me. You're murdering.
I'm like, hey son, before you go back to your real father, just write you real quick.
Listen, man, if I keep the other person's kid and he grows up and he just like, because I know he's gonna pass me up in height, I'm gonna be feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Definitely
Like
need that money.
if I keep the other son, like the other kid, I'm 100% like if he ever gets smart, I'm like, yeah, you can never be my son.
Couldn't be my son.
Couldn't be me.
I don't want y'all to have kids, man. Oh my
Right?
God.
Like if he a lame, but like you know, you don't feel as bad.
Like, what if he grows up and asks you
But
for
that's
money?
still
Are you giving him money?
I might give him
kid
less.
turns into a Division I basketball
Bro,
player.
you
What want
raise
to do?
him, he's your son.
Well, Division
That's
One don't
okay.
mean he got money yet.
Yeah, true. Division I, that's fine. I mean, that's okay.
Ain't there yet.
Then I am the real dad.
That's my son. You know, I raised him to be that.
Man.
if he turned out to be, you know, less than that, that's,
No, realistically,
Your
if I was in a
son is your
situation,
son.
if I was in that situation, I would keep the kid that I've already trained up and been with for 3 years.
I need my son back. It's weird.
You need your. It is like it's a little weird, but it would be like adopting a kid.
Like the thing is, like, so if y'all go there and y'all see it and it look just like you, and you're like, stay over there.
So is the scenario like you don't go get your kid and you don't ever see him again?
No, like they just swap.
You can't.
on accident.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like if you choose to just keep the other person's child, are you just not in contact with your actual child like ever?
Basically, yeah.
Nah, I can't do that. I gotta get my kid.
I need my real son.
Well, that was some good talk. All right, now Khari, when we were during our pre-pod, he told us that he had something that was on his mind that he felt like he wanted to get off of it. Khari's confession. Khari, you have the floor.
I have multiple confessions
Uh-oh.
today.
He's been my confession.
Oh.
One, I like that, Keys. One, Batman absolutely beats Captain America in a hand-to-hand. 2, Zendaya is actually dating Tom Holland. And 3, the real confession. If you could just put the spotlight on me. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been gathering my dog's poop in a recycling bag.
I think I know where this is going.
Out of spite, out of anger. The recycling garbage man. Don't judge me.
Jeez,
The recycling.
Like, where is this going?
The
Where is this going?
The recycling garbage man tried to flirt with Ayana, and I heard him while I was in front of him. And I looked at him, and he was like, and he drove off. So I decided to gather her pee pads, her poop. I've been pouring.
I'm just looking at their face.
I've been pouring old milk in there. And then I recently gathered some oil that I used for some like chicken, like from a forever ago. Put it around the whole bag, and I put it out yesterday, and it ripped on his shoes.
The same guy.
That's a win, right? That's a win, right?
It's a win for me. It's my
The
confession.
same guy.
Same guy.
Good job. Well
He
played.
picked it up and it said,
Is that legal?
Probably not.
I don't want to go to jail.
That's some kind of disturbing the peace charge.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
That's kind of crazy.
I did it.
So
So my
it's
so
Khari.
my,
Okay,
so my
well,
confession is like, do y'all feel like I was in the right?
So right? No.
No.
So I was wrong for doing that to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's nothing more.
Do y'all want to know what he said to Ayana for me to do this?
So good. What is it?
How you doing?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Whoa! How you
You're
doing?
out of your mind, bro.
What you mean? How you doing?
That's
What
it.
does that mean?
I mean, how did he
It's
say
time
it?
for war.
How you doing?
So what if your elder said that?
That's how you do.
That's
my brother.
different. Yeah, that's
My
your
brother.
brother.
How you doing?
Anybody that
He didn't ask me how I was doing.
I asked Ayana how she's doing at the party last week. You gonna drop poop in my shoes next?
There might be a sack of poop at your front. He's like,
it's just funny, like
how
Khari.
you doing?
Like in real life, he was probably like,
hi.
in real life, he was probably like,
I looked at it. He was like,
okay.
He was like, "How you doing?" But then, like in Khari vision, he was like, "Hey, baby."
That's how I took it, and so I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back."
I actually understand that. Like, if you're like right next to her and he
I'm
only
talking
addresses
to her.
her and not you. Like,
oh well, you were standing there talking.
I was there the whole
walked up and was
present.
like, "What's up?"
Recycled man.
It felt like
What move is he gonna put on her? He's a recycled man. He's there once a week for 2 seconds.
He gets the bags. That's okay.
All right, well,
just doing his job, bro.
That was this week's.
That's the way it had to end.
I would love for this to be like a weekly Khari's confession. What did Khari do this week?
I have more confessions. I promise. I got
All right, guys.
Did I ever tell you the story where I made that girl in a wheelchair cry?
Later, another time.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
You did that one already, actually.
Okay. I hate her.
cancel Khari.
That's okay. Cancel me. Recycle men, cancel me.
I don't know.
All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up for this week. Hey, we appreciate all you guys who stick with us and listen to the end. If you want to hear more, we are at top5.thepodcast on IG.
Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to the video. If you go ahead.
Also, watch out for the recycle men. They are dangerous, and they will take your girl.
Whoa! What the heck did DJ just do? I ain't like that.
What do you
I'm cutting this off. I don't like that. We're out of here.
That's weird.
All right, guys, we out.